I'm trying.
To advertise with us, donate sponsorships and suggestions, email us at trendafricatv@gmail.com or call us on 773-312-0318 or 773-756-6678. Remember to also follow and like us as Trend Africa TV on Facebook so you can always catch us live. On Instagram as Trend Africa TV 123 or subscribe to our YouTube channel as Trend Africa TV and click on the notification button to watch previous shows. You can also visit our website for your African news, entertainment, fashion and sports updates on www.trendafricaonline.net. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.
Hello, Gerardo.
Hi, my name is Ochiame Kwame, the rap dancer. Coronavirus is a stubborn one, and because of this small virus, the whole world is on lockdown. But hey, hope is not lost. When you need a doctor, you mustn't go anywhere. All you have to do is to call mobile doctors. They will send a doctor to your home, send a fleb to come and take your blood sample.
I will authorize the pharmacist to bring the medication to your home. Don't go anywhere. Mobile doctors will bring everything to you wherever you are.
If you are looking for a discount, just call and give them this code OKMD and they will give you an amazing discount. Mobile doctors is my choice and I recommend it for you. For more information, log on to www.mobiledoctors.net.
Are we on air?
Welcome to Africa, hey Mama Africa, the land of peace, gold and diamond. Welcome to Africa, hey Mama Africa, dark and lovely, beautiful people. Hey, 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 don't mind people say. I said, don't mind what people say. Don't mind.
We are very blessed and happy to be here with you today. Today is our very first show, a Western Togoland Situation Room. No. Hello, my lovely viewers. Welcome to today's edition of Western Togoland Situation Room. My name is Setimi Fetu, and I'll be your host for today and every other Saturday. We are blessed to be here. Today, we will be talking about Western Togoland. We are having a little bit technical issue, but I think our technical team are working very hard to have it resolved. And we are very much blessed and happy that we are here today. Yeah, Western Togoland issue has been in the mainstream media news for some time now, but then a lot of people don't know exactly what it is about. We have some people agitating for Western Togoland union with the Gold Coast, which is now Ghana, and we have politicians of Ghana who, one way or the other, do not want to talk about this Western Togoland issue. Media also has been a little bit silent on the issue, but recently there have been some development. There have been on an attack 25th September 2020. There have been some roadblocks. There have been burning of ties in the Western Togoland, and the government is now forced to come up and talk. The media is doing a little bit. We are seeing a little bit effort on the part of the media by engaging some people. But what is it about? The media is only engaging people from the government side, and the government has become a spokesperson for both Western Togolanders and the government. How can we actually make something out of this if you have only one part speaking on behalf of both parts? So today we are bringing you on board people who are involved in the struggle for Western Togoland Union with the Gold Coast. We'll be bringing some of them on board today who will tell us exactly what is happening. But then before I go on, let me give you a little bit gist of the Western Togoland issue. Western Togoland is part of the land that's normally formerly known to be German territory. There were German Togoland that was divided into two by the Allied forces of Britain and France. When the land was divided in 1916, after the First World War, when Germany was defeated, the land was divided in 1916. It was divided into Eastern Togoland and Western Togoland. Eastern Togoland went to France, and Western Togoland went to Britain. Now, in 1922, the League of Nations stepped in and said, no, you cannot do this. This land does not belong to Germany. So even if you defeated Germany in a war, the war is not being fought in Africa. The war is being fought in Europe. So there is no need for you to share the land among yourself. By that time, League of Nations pronounced these two lands as a separate state and make them Class B mandated territories. And they were placed under the mandate system, under the League of Nations, with a agreement, League of Nations agreement here and there. Until the Second World War came in and League of Nations collapsed. The League of Nations was replaced by United Nations. Now, United Nations came in and adopted all the resolution of League of Nations that was made on behalf of these mandated territories. And they continue. What UN did was that the UN changed the mandate system to trust system. So these two piece land became trust territories under the United Nations. And they were again placed into the hands of Britain and France, respectively, to take care of these two lands to independence. When it prepared them when they are ready for independence. So there is some few keys that I need for us to understand whilst we go along down the historical background of Western Togoland. I have here the League of Nations mandate system. There is a purpose of the League of Nations, the mandate system of the League of Nations. Before we can clearly understand the position of Western Togoland and understand those our brothers and sisters who are asking for the union of Western Togoland to be established, we have to first of all understand the mandate system. We have to understand the United Nations trust territory system also. We have to know the purpose of these two systems. Then we know the purpose we have for this piece of land. Now, I have here the League of Nations mandate system. It says the mandate system was an attempt to stop the cycle of war and fighting over conquered land by appropriating the land of the collapsed Ottoman Empire and the colonies of Germany. The term mandate refers to an organization granted by the League of Nations to a member nation to govern a former German or Turkish, that is Ottoman colony. The territory was thus identified as a mandated territory or simple a mandate. Prior to the standing of the Amistic and Allied forces that defeated Germany and the Ottoman Empire, declared on November 5, 1918, that annexation of territory was not their aim in the war. So that is the mandate system. The only thing we can talk about here in the mandate system, it is put in place to stop the annexation of lands that are not belonging to German, the conquest land. If you conquer Germany, the land that doesn't belong to them, you cannot take it as your land and say it belongs to you. So the mandate system is there to stop it and also to ensure that all these territories who fall within the mandate system are given full independence when they are mature to be given independence. So that is the mandate system. That's why these people were placed in the mandate system. So the mandate system, the idea is that by the end of the day, they will be given independence, where the people will govern themselves, or they'll be given a self-governance. When we come to the United Nations Organization Transition System, the replacement of the League of Nations by the UNO has changed the designation of the mandate territories, but not their status. The Class B mandated territories have not become annexable territories unless they make an informed decision to have their status changed and subsequently make a formal request to that effect, which in any formal circumstances unthinkable. Any normal circumstances unthinkable. Objectives of the UN transition system. According to the Article 76, the basic objectives of the transition system, in accordance with the purposes of the United Nations laid down in Article 1 of the present chapter, shall be A, to further international peace and security. B, to promote the political, economic, social, and educational advancement of the inhabitants of the trust territories and their progressive development towards self-government or independence as may be appropriate to the particular circumstances of each territory and each people and the freely expressed wishes of the people's concerned and as may be provided by the terms of each transition agreement. C, to encourage respect for human rights and for fundamental freedom for all without distinction as to race, sex, language, or religion, and to encourage recognition of the independence of the peoples of the world. So these are the reasons that we have a transition agreement in place. We have a transition council. We have the mandate system. All that they are doing, all they are saying is that at the end of your transition agreement, or at the end of your mandate system agreement, the territories that under these two systems should be given a full autonomy. So that is it. So today we have here letters from, you can see this is a letter from Sir Alan Noble to the United Nations General Secretary stating about the union between Western Togoland and that of Ghana. And we also have the agreement. I have a few documents here. I also have here Ghana's Independence Act, 1957. We'll be talking about the Ghana's Independence Act. It's very important here. Why? Because when British was granting independence to her colony, Gold Coast, he gave a site plan, which I call a site plan. He gave the Independence Act. The Independence Act is to determine the area, the boundaries where Ghana, where British gave independence to, or to be called Ghana. And we'll look into that Independence Act to see if Western Togoland is part of the area that Britain gave independence to, or the place that became Ghana, if Western Togoland is part of it. We'll look into it. This document will be able to tell us those who form Ghana. And we have letters that was written to UN Secretary General and the UN General Assembly, complained by our forefathers from Western Togoland. I also have resolution 1044 with me that we'll be able to see what the resolution 1044 talk about. But let me tell you that we may not be talking about this today. We will be talking about it step by step. Once it is a program we'll be having every Saturday, we'll be talking about it once in a while. We'll be bringing in documents to support our claim. Whatever we say here, you can get the facts from us, and then you go and sit behind and listen to other comments, and then you can do your judgment. Because we want you to get the facts, so you be your own judges. We don't want the government to be judging for you. We don't want the government to be the one telling you what to do. But we want you to be the one telling the government and anybody what to do, telling them the truth. So that is what we'll be doing today. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I have said enough. We will take a commercial break. When we come back, I'll introduce my guests. Thank you.
What it do, my people? It's your boy Kingsley Ego B, aka King the Preacher, aka the Peacemaker, aka the joy of the people is my peace of mind. You are now watching Trend Africa. Don't touch that dial. If you won't touch her. Come on there. Keep watching Trend Africa. We are here. Africa has come to stay. Don't touch that dial. One love. Keep watching. Ratata.
Donna boy. No. She rank you pay myself. Tangana boy, yeah. Cause you come, you dummy. You tie me up. You treat me up. You tie me up. You tie me up. You treat me up. You tie me up. What do you feel when you're Otamfuwe, Kawoko, Nankamiko. What do you feel when you're Otamfuwe, Kawoko, Nankamiko? Mr. Ninguda, send me your button, what to tell me to down? Send me your button more. Miss Wazang, Michelle Wazang. Doing a me, she run along, but I'm fighting me and whoa. Tell me don't come and meet your mouth. Me don't come and meet your mouth, yeah. Me don't come and meet your mouth, Me don't come and meet your mouth, yeah. She run you pay myself. Tangana boy, yeah. Cause you come, you dummy, You tie me up, you treat me up, you tie me up, you tie me up, you treat me up, you tie me up. What do you feel when you're Otamfuwe, Kawoko? What do you feel when you're Otamfuwe, Kawoko, Nankamiko? Mr. Ninguda, send me your button, what to tell me to down? Send me your button more. Miss Wazang, Michelle Wazang. Doing a me, she run along, but I'm fitting me and whoa. Tell me don't come and meet your mouth. Me don't come and meet your mouth, yeah. Me don't come and meet your mouth, Me don't come and meet your mouth, yeah. She run you pay myself.
Hello, thank you. Thank you. Welcome back from the commercial break. Let me remind you once again that you are watching Western Togoland Situation Room live. You are live on Facebook. You are live on YouTube. Without much, I think I'm having a little bit of connection problem. Very good. Thank you so much. Welcome back from that short commercial break. Let me remind you that you are watching Western Togoland Situation Room. This program will come to you this and every Saturday. Today we have our guest in the house. He's no other person than a nobleman, a very peaceful and gentleman. He is the chairman of People's Liberation Council, PLC of Western Togoland. I am pleased to have him here today to be my guest. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much time, let me introduce to you my guest for the day, Mr. Ben Kwesi Adeli. Sir, you are welcome to Western Togoland Situation Room.
Thank you very much. I'm just grateful for this opportunity, and I want to thank my listeners and people who are interested to know the truth. My name is Ben Kwesi Adeli, as you have heard. I'm the chairman of the People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland. The People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland is an NGO who is engaged in development, good governance, and gender issues. We are people who have come together, and we are registered NGO in the Netherlands and also in Ghana. PLC, as we short call it, is a movement. And we want to throw more light on, at this moment, on the British Togoland and Western Togoland, the union between British Togoland and Ghana. Today, I will be very brief because this is the first time. We'll talk very briefly and then we continue the show. Thank you, Mr. Mifetu.
Thank you so much, Chairman. I'm so delightful for having you. I'm so happy for your insights. I will go straight to the point. As a matter of time, we've had I have my my connection is a little bit giving me a problem. I cannot hear your voice.
You cannot hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. Now
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. What I want to say is I want to thank you, and I want to go straight to the point. Because of time factor, I want to dive into what is happening in Western Togoland, especially now that we heard some people have caused roadblocks, burned some ties, and now the government that seems to be quiet on the issue for some time. Now they seem to be talking. What I realize is that we have a lot of people talking in terms of government level. We have a security analysis, security experts, politicians, cabinet men coming forth to, express their view concerning what is happening in Western Togoland. But I want to take something out of that. What I'm hearing is that the people in Ghana, including the government officials, what they are saying is the people who caused the 25th September 2020 roadblocks, they are saying that they are Western Togoland members. They are members that believe in Western Togoland agenda. And for that reason, people are advising the government to crush them. Some were saying the government to show the might of the state. Some were saying that they should arrest them. someone say they should kill them, they should do all kind of things. I want to ask you, as a chairman of PLC, is crush these people, is that the way forward? Would that going to help Western Togoland and Ghana if Ghana decide to crush these men? If Ghana decide to show the might of the state, is that going to solve any problem? Is that going to help? Is that a better approach? That's what I want to know from you before I ask my next question.
Thank you very much. On that note, I want to state clearly the take of PLC, or the People's Liberation Council. In actual fact, when this thing happened, we came out clearly to say that it is not a good thing to do. And those people who are involved with this, they should look for them, and the law takes its course, because it will bring chaos. I don't think it's a proper way to do this. There are rules to everything. But I think the security experts and other people who are saying just crush them, I don't think it's a proper word, because people did, or people went through that route before, and it came back the same way. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, of blessed memory, today I'm going to say something that some people might not like, but that is the truth. The truth about this is our people, the people of British Togoland, voted. The questions were whether they want to join Ghana in a union or they want to separate. But our great-grandfathers voted to be in union with Ghana. They trusted Ghana that they can be together when they voted. But before the union was established, Kwame Nkrumah on the 4th of March invaded Western Togoland, crushed the people who are just expressing their part that they don't want to be part of Ghana. But that doesn't mean that you have to crush them, because already majority of the people have voted to be in union. So they, from minority, they can still complain. But when you go to crush them, kill them, some of them have to run away. I was young in those days when some of our chiefs returned from Togo. They came back from Togo after Kwame Nkrumah was after the coup, 1966 coup. They stayed for some years again, and they came back. That crash will not work, because to me, the way I understand this, when you have a problem with your brother, you sit down and talk about it. It's not about crushing it. And for that matter, what Kwame Nkrumah did and built Ghana on insincerity, this is where we are today. That problem has come back 63 years later, and we are still talking about it, and we'll continue to talk about it. So it is not a matter of crushing it. It's a matter of trying to understand the situation and see how you can solve it. I think that is a better way of doing this. When these people do this kind of thing, the law must take its course. But to crush them, maybe you are going to crush people who are not even involved, people who know nothing about this type of thing. And so, as discussions are going on, the government is not talking about it properly. The people who do this type of thing, they are also not talking properly. The analysts and conflict resolution specialists are talking, and all they are saying most of the time is crush them. But I don't think that is the proper way. So that is my take on that part of what you just asked me.
All right, thank you, Chairman. Thank you so much for such elaboration. You can see that, I mean, the injustice has started. Injustice started since Kwame Nkrumah's time, and the agitation for Western Togoland liberation or the union with Western Togoland and Ghana didn't start today, but it started a long time ago. Is that right?
That is very true.
Oh, okay.
But most of the time, when people want to talk about this, they live. Have you ever read something about how the British Togoland became part of Ghana in any history book in Ghana?
Not yet. I haven't seen a book.
When I was growing up, I've never also seen it before, but I knew it is there. And today, everybody can read that when you take your laptop or your telephone and you Google, you can read a lot about it. The question is, why did you take out this history from the history books? It means you have something to hide. And today, you see, they say people don't understand the thing. That is why they are putting their mouth in it. But the truth is that why did you hide it? If you don't have anything to hide, why don't you bring the facts out like we are doing now? If you have something else which is different from what we are saying, bring it out so that we can also see where maybe we are going wrong somewhere. Let us know, because what we have studied so far, what we have read so far, the videos that we saw from the UN, how all these things must go on, shows that there is a missing link somewhere. And I think it's better we look at that missing link and fix it.
Okay, thank you, Chairman.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Chairman?
I can hear you clearly.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, based on what is going on now in the public domain, everybody is talking. Some say crush them, show them the state mind that you explained. I think that is not the way forward. That's not the best way, the best solution to deal with this issue. Your explanation, I got that Kwame Nkrumah have crushed these people before. This is not the first time they are being crushed. So if the Ghana government decide to crush them, it will not be the first time. But they have been crushed before, but it never solved the problem. So eventually crushing these people will not solve any problem. But I believe that sitting down, talking to them amicably, trying to identify their problem and try to find a solution, a lasting solution to it, will be one of the best resolution or best way to solve the problem than to crush them and do all kind of things. But before I move to my next question, there are other section of Ghanaians that are saying that government should negotiate. Government should negotiate. Negotiation will be the better way forward. But some also argue that government should negotiate with the chiefs. Now, what is your take with that? That government, if government want to negotiate, is it okay for government to neglect the people who are agitating for the liberation discourse, or the government should go ahead and negotiate with the chief? Would that solve the problem?
If I want to go straight to that, I think for the last part of your question, whether the government should negotiate with the chiefs or other people, I think it's not the proper way, because if the chiefs, the government has to negotiate with the chiefs. I know the chiefs are the owners of the land, but they have subjects that make them to be strong chiefs. And in governance, if you go to talk with only the chief, the people themselves, the natives, the other natives, you leave them behind. So the opinion of PLC is that if it is possible, The government should allow the people of British Togoland to elect their own leaders, people who can talk for them. In every locality, there are people that can be elected, or people they themselves can choose that you go and represent us. See, chiefs are custodians of the land. They are the people who are in charge of the people. But when it comes to this type of situation, the people have to decide who goes to talk for them, not only the chiefs. Already in Ghana, chiefs are being, they are not allowed to go into politics because it's the government that is feeding them. The government pays them. You see, it is very natural that you don't bite the hand that feeds you. And it's the truth. People can say what I said, yeah. If they reason it up very well, they will see that for us in PLC, we think that there should be a proper elected people who should represent the people of British Togoland. Why do I say this? I continue to say this because of the missing link. And that missing link is what is causing this problem. And when we continue to heal the wound with the tongue, without removing the tongue in it, you see, there is a tongue in the wound. Let us try to remove it so that the wound can heal. That is the point of PLC. Now, when you look at some of the documents, I just read this thing very short, and then all of us think about it. This document is written by the Minister of State of Foreign Affairs, United Kingdom, Alan Noble. This document is T/1301, letter dated 6 March 1957, from the Minister of State, Foreign Affairs in the United Kingdom government to the Secretary General, New York, 6 March 1957. Listen, I read. In accordance with the operative paragraph 3 of General Assembly Resolution 1044 XI of 13 December 1956, I have the honor to inform Your Excellency, on behalf of Her Majesty, Government in the United Kingdom, that with effect from midnight on 5/6 March 1957, under the terms of the Ghana Independence Act, as Mr. Mifetu is talking about, when you go and read that Independence Act, you will see what I'm referring to here. It is talking about the states. The territories previously comprised in the Gold Coast became the independent state of Ghana, full stop. I take that last part again. The territories previously comprised in the Gold Coast become the independent state of Ghana, full stop. So it means Ghana has been formed already between the 5th and the 6th of March. That is Ghana. Now, then he continued. He said, under the same act, the union of the former trust territory of Togoland under British administration with the independent state of Ghana. Again, this is very important. Under the same act, the union of the former trust territory of Togoland under British administration with the independent state of Ghana took place with effect from same time and date, which means Ghana is different from British Togoland. But most of the time, our scholars our intellectuals, when they read this thing, they ignore the important parts in this. And they continue to say, we are all Ghanaians. Yes, we are all Ghanaians. But there is our people voted, our great grandfathers voted to be in union with Ghana. And for that matter, that union must be established. A lot of people say, oh, we are all Ghanaians. Yes, we are all Ghanaians. But what makes you a Ghanaian? If you are British Togolander or Western Togolander, what makes you a Ghanaian? Because in those letters, Ghana was formed before British Togoland was added to it. Let us be frank. Let us try to tell the truth for one time. And let us solve this problem. This thing will continue like this because every day as we are having children and they are growing up, they are reading these things and they are understanding it more. And so if our intellectuals, our leaders are hiding these things and they think that it's going to be like that forever, then they are lying to themselves. Let us sit down now and talk about this thing and solve this problem once and for all. After all, Ghana and British Togoland, they are so much intertwined, they have been together for so long. So let us sit down and talk about what really what has brought us together. Terms of reference. Those are the things that we have to talk about so that everybody will be happy. Everybody knows to what extent he has to do things and what not to do to each other. I think this will be the solution to this problem and not crush them, kill them. Kwame Nkrumah did that before. He crushed the people. He built Ghana on insincerity. He wanted to build Africa continent together. He also put together the African Union. But the thing is built on sand. There's no concrete stone behind it. Because from day one, when you go to take the British Togoland people and join into Ghana and force them without any proper terms of reference, that is where the problem starts from. And so you cannot build the African Union you are thinking about, because there is something there. There is the thorn in the wound. Remove it and fix it so that we can continue from there.
Okay, thank you, Charles. There is a thorn in the wound. We need to remove it so we can.
Yes, let's remove it.
Yeah. Thank you, Chairman. Like you said, the document you just read, which from the Alanobo on behalf of Her Majesty, the Queen of Britain, Queen Elizabeth. I think I've shown this document when I started to the audience, and I have them. I will take time once the conversation progress, the interview progress. We will take time and look into the document one after the other. But once you have mentioned it, I just want to make a few points out. The document you read did mention two documents. It mentioned two documents in what you read. One of the documents it mentioned is Resolution 1044 SI. Then the second one is the Independence Act 5 and 6 Elizabeth II CH6. I don't know what that CH6 is, but you can see that I told my audience that I also have the Independence Act, and it's the same thing. Ghana's Independence Act 5 and 6 Elizabeth II CH6. I don't know if the CH refers to chapter 6. I don't know, but I don't want to insinuate anything. That's how it is written here. So those who have access to Ghana's Independence Act, they can look at it. It is the same thing. So it was quoted. Ghana's Independence Act was quoted in this letter. Now, what I want to clarify here is that Resolution 1044 SI. I have it here. I have a copy of the Resolution 1044 SI. I have it also here. That resolution gives directions to Britain on steps to take to bring about the union between Gold Coast, which is now Ghana, and Western Togoland. So that should tell us that that should tell us that Western Togoland and Ghana formerly were not together. So something was bringing the two states together. That is the union. Am I making some sense, Chairman?
Yes, of course,
Okay.
very clearly.
And what I also understand from the Alan Noble's letter is that do mentioning of the Independence Act. It says, under the terms of the Ghana's Independence Act, 5 and 6 Elizabeth 2, chapter 6. Allow me to say chapter 6. The territories previously comprised in the Gold Coast became independent state of Ghana. Now, the mentioning of the Independence Act tells you that some people have been given Independence Act. That is the Gold Coast, excluding Western Togoland. Because if Western Togoland is included in the Ghana's Independence Act, then there is no need of mentioning Ghana's Independence Act and talking about union again. Because the Independence Act, it is the people who came together under Britain to form Ghana. So if Western Togoland is part of those people who come together under Britain to form Ghana, Western Togoland is part of them, then there is no need for mentioning the same Independence Act, and there is no need for this letter as well, because they are one people, they are together. So there is no need for us to be mentioning this code. So for the whole Britain to mention this document, that those people who form within the Ghana's Independence Act came together and they had a union with the Western Togoland, tells us that Western Togoland and Ghana are two separate states. So the union is what is bringing them together. I want to make this clear because many a time I have listened to some politicians in Ghana, they throw the issue away and say there is nothing like Western Togoland. Western Togoland does not exist. But there is Alan Noble's letter and Ghana's Independence Act has declared that it's clearly written that Western Togoland is not part of Ghana. Western Togoland is a different country altogether, because I have the Independence Act, and the Independence Act of Ghana did not say Western Togoland is part of the land called Gold Coast. That became Ghana. But I will get to that on a subsequent shows. We will talk about it step by step as a subject. So that's the clarification I want to make on what the chairman said. Chairman, thank you so much. On that note, I will take a short commercial break, take some message from our sponsors, and when we come back, we will continue with the conversation. Thank you so much. Now we take a commercial break.
But I have something short to say before you go on that commercial break.
Oh, okay.
What I want to say is that we have discussed so far what is causing all this agitation and why the people might think they are left behind without any terms of reference and all this. It is very unfortunate that till now the government of Ghana is using that kind of force. I want to give you a very short description of what happened to our Secretary General a few months ago. To us, when we look at it carefully, it is a sad story that this type of thing can be happening in the 20th, 21st century. Our Secretary General of the PLC, a registered organization in Ghana, went to renew his certificate at the Municipal Assembly. He got there. They told him to come and pick up the certificate on a Monday. He went there to take the certificate. They told him to sit down for some few minutes. They are almost ready with it. Two gentlemen came to that office, an office that he went to pick up this certificate officially. They came and they kidnapped him from there. They took him away without knowledge to his family or friends. They took him somewhere. They did what they want to do with him for so many hours. And I started calling. My other friends, they started calling. We started looking for him. I think when they realized that it was too much for them, they took him now to the police station. When there is somebody who is coming to do official duty, and you think there is something wrong, you can invite him to come to you. You don't come to kidnap him and take him away without knowledge of his family. They took him to the police station. They left him there at the police station until late into the evening, and then they just pushed him into the cells. In this COVID-19 era, this man is 68 years old. They kept him there for 3 days. And then, without a lawyer and the family knowing, they took him to court. And listen to the funny part of the whole thing. This is what his charge sheet read. The Republic versus Divine Odonko. Statement of offense. Prohibition of the People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland, contrary to Section 1 and 2 of the Prohibited Organization Decree 1976, SMCD 20. It's a sad story that in the 21st century, Ghana is still using a military decree to chase people in Ghana. It is only left for them to start to use the Kwame Nkrumah Preventive Detention Act when it pleases them. When it pleases Ghana, they can use the Kwame Nkrumah Preventive Detention Act. Because when it pleases them now, they can use the military decree and arrest somebody and put the person in jail. But when you talk about Gold Coast, there are companies in Ghana who have the name Gold Coast. Gold Coast Security, Gold Coast that, Gold Coast this. But when you mention the word Western Togoland, it becomes a taboo. When you mention the word British Togoland, it becomes a taboo. You see, it is a sad story that our intellectuals, the leaders of our country can sit down and this type of thing is happening and they don't care. I think it's high time we try to sit down and try to regulate some of these things. If look, the international world is listening to us, they are seeing us. That in Ghana today with the constitution, they can put somebody in with a decree. This man, since he stayed in jail for about 3 weeks before he was granted bail. Even the bail was because he was sick. And he's now sick, on sick bed. On the 16th of this month, he will still be going to court with this kind of a charge. You see, and so some of these things shows how the way they treat the people of Western Togoland or the British Togoland in Ghana. We have to try to look at these things and see how we can be able to remove the tongue, as I said already, the tongue from the wound, and then the wound can heal. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. On that note, we'll take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue. I will read a few messages from our listeners who have sent some messages. We'll read it and then we'll go on. Now we take a short commercial break. Thank you so much.
To advertise with us, donate sponsorships and suggestions, email us at trendafricatv@gmail.com or call us on 773-312-0318 or 773-756-6678. Remember to also follow and like us as Trend Africa TV on Facebook so you can always catch us live. On Instagram as Trend Africa TV 123 or subscribe to our YouTube channel as Trend Africa TV and click on the notification button to watch previous shows. You can also visit our website for your African news, entertainment, fashion and sports updates on www.trendafricaonline.net. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.
All right, thank you so much. Welcome back. We are back on air. Viewers, you are watching Western Togoland Situation Room this and every Saturday. Please make a day with us. It's 5 p.m. Ghana time, 1 p.m. New York time. Thank you so much. Chairman. Yeah. Okay, before I come to you, let me read a few comments from our viewers. This is coming from Mr. Solomon Agbanya. The Ghana government needs to have the courage and the honesty to tell the truth about the relationship between Ghana and Western Togoland. Was the territory of Western Togoland annexed by Ghana with the help of the UK? That is coming from Mr. Solomon Agbanya. And this is coming from Kelly Clenham, watching from Ghana. And next one is Tetevia Simon. Do you think UK or British government knows what is happening in Western Togoland? And this is coming from Tetevia again. He says, what are you saying about, okay, the message is not clear. I'll leave it there. That one is not clear. This is Bill Atiayao. The solution here is the union agreement should be stabilized. The solution here is that the union agreement should be stabilized. Well, that is coming from Bill Atiayao. Mr. Chairman, it's a very sad story that your general secretary has been arrested and has been charged with decree. In fact, I also read that with sadness that in 21st century, under a constitutional government, citizens are arrested and charged with treason. Charged with a decree which was introduced by Ketu Achampo. Yeah, if I may ask, when Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown in 1966, Parliament of Ghana passed a law. Parliament of Ghana, this is not a decree. This is an act by Parliament of Ghana in 1969. Parliament of Ghana passed a law prohibiting the use of Kwame Nkrumah's picture, his book, or anything. No one is allowed to display Kwame Nkrumah's picture. No one is allowed to use any material written by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. All these things were prohibited by 1969 Parliament enactment. Today, as we speak, don't we have people who are flying around Kwame Nkrumah's pictures, Kwame Nkrumah's book, and all that? Don't we have them in Ghana?
I think most of Kwame Nkrumah's books or literature is on the shelves. You can buy today.
So if those are on the shelf, we can buy. But law, there is a law, 1969. That law is preventing those things, and nobody is being arrested for that. How come that Western Togoland has become so, I don't know the word to use for it, but Western Togoland alone, if you mention it, then you fall into trouble that they will use a decree. But this is a law. 1969 is a law. It's a law enacted by Ghana's parliament. That is a law. It's not any military ruler who came with that decree. This is a law. So it's very unfortunate that if those laws are there, they are not being used. I don't know if those laws have been repealed. I don't know. Maybe they might be repealed, and I don't know. But they are laws that were made those times. So if those laws can be repealed, these are laws against human rights, like the Supreme Military Council decree in 1976 by Ketu Achampo. Those are against human rights. But why is it being used today against people of Western Togoland? Why is the same law not being used against people from the Ashanti region? If you can have an Ashanti kingdom, Ashanti whatever, Ashanti confederation, or anything you can call it, you will not be arrested. Why do you have, when you mention Western Togoland, you'll be arrested and be charged with the same degree? Is this not a discrimination that some people are entitled to use their name and other people are not entitled to use their name? Is it not a discrimination?
See, it's a very sad story. I don't like commenting about this thing too much because it's so painful to me. And
Okay.
I want the officials who are using this law to have a second look at it, because it doesn't help us. When we started this program, I said, have you read in any book in Ghana about the history of Western Togoland or British Togoland? You said no. But you can read Ashanti history. You can read the war in the Sagarati War, the Denchira War, and all this kind of thing. You can also read about the CPP, the UGCC, and all this. But the British Togoland side, nobody wants to talk about it. They don't want you to talk about it. They just want you to be quiet. But how can the people be quiet when the story is there? And even when they are going to say it, it's so funny that you see people, intellectuals, sit on television and radio, and when they are talking about this topic, you see them lying through their teeth. They refuse to tell the truth, and they think that is going to remain like that forever. Whereas their children can Google and find out the truth. When you are lying like this and your children are looking at you, how do you feel? How do you feel? I don't know. I don't understand them. And one thing they have also forgotten is that this thing is all over the world. Everybody's reading it. Everybody can Google it. The type of information that the PLC has on this desk, the video and notes from the UN, they are all there. You can find them. You go into their websites and you find them to read. Why are you not telling the truth? You see, these are some of the difficulties. That is what I'm saying. I think the best thing for us to do is to remove the tongue from the wound so that the wound can heal. That is my point.
All right, thank you, Chairman. Our time is up, but then before you tell us your last comment, I need you to tell our listeners and Ghanaians what they think should be done. What you think that the Ghanaian authorities should do to bring this situation into a amicable solution, where we can bring them down to a level that all of us can be happy. What do you think the Ghana government should do? Because as it stands, it looks like Western Togoland do not have the statehood. They have been denied of a state power. So they don't have the power here to do much. But the Ghana authority has the power to do a lot of issues to bring this issue into a level that all of us will be happy. What do you think, in your own opinion? What do you think the Ghana government should be doing in this regard?
Thank you very much, Mr. Setimi Fetu. And I thank you, all the listeners. As I look into the camera to tell you the truth, I think my suggestion is, if the Ghana government can plug the courage to ask for a public forum where people can express their view, where people can talk about this thing publicly, where people are not afraid to tell the truth, because we are brothers and sisters. We are so much intertwined. We could be able to solve this problem amicably. We could be able to get to what we have to do so that we can clear this mess in which we are. They don't want to accept that we are in a mess, but we are in a mess. That's the truth. Let us sit down and talk about this thing and clear the riddles, remove the thorn from the wound, and try to nurture it so that it can heal. That is what I have for the Ghana government. And to my fellow British Togolanders or Western Togolanders, I know one day, I believe strongly that one day they will come to understand that the way forward is to make sure that the missing link that join us together and the terms of reference are put together so that we can know how to move forward from there. The British people themselves who did this to us, today they were in the European Union, they feel that the union is no more good for them. They have moved out of it. But the people of British Togoland cannot even talk about the union in which they put us into. It's a very sad story. But then it is not their fault. Our brothers and sisters are sitting down there. It's a high time that we can also think. Do we always need foreigners, or do we always need the Europeans, the Americans, to sit down and think for us? Always? We can also think and do things so that somebody can admire it and say, oh, these people have done well. And so my plea to the Ghanaian authorities is that they should give the people the briefing space to be able to talk about this thing freely so that we can mend it and move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Before I want you to tell me if you want to break away from Ghana or not, because that's become a misconception among Ghanaians. Something that you want to break away from Ghana, something that you don't want to break away. Before you come to that, let me read a few messages. This is coming from Amaduma Gable. How are you today? God bless you for your good work, for the good work you are doing. May God bless you all. This is coming from Nana Bonso. I'm Togbi Wagadiachi. Well done for opening the eyes of the entire world. All that I need from the groups fighting for this is to unite now. Then we can also pick up with them together. This is coming from Solomon Agbenya, Mr. Solomon Agbenya. UK government definitely knows about the situation in Western Togoland. This is coming from Joseph Ajiano. The PLC is too slow. They need to step up with activities. This is coming from Mary Ethel Mensah. HSGF, that is a Homeland Study Group Foundation, United Freedom Front, RFWL, and PLC. Can you both come together so that we, the Togolanders, will be free from Ghana's government arrest? At times, I became so mystified about this whole show. Others says independence. I'm coming. Others says independence, while PSC also talking about union. Who are the representatives in case Ghana government wants to sit with Western Togoland? Thanks. This is Nana Bonso. Once again, I humbly plead with all the leaders of the groups to unite now. Then we can boldly back up together with them. Some of us know what belongs to us cannot be given out freely. We must remember the brave work of our ancestors and stop twisting our history by our chiefs. Thank you. Well done. Togbi Gamedra, how are you, my good friend Togbi Gamedra? Togbi Gamedra is watching. Togbi Gamedra, thank you so much for watching the show. I'm proud of you. This is Togbi Gamedra again. Okay, that's a symbol. All right, that's a few messages. Mr. Chairman, please, I want to know from you, what do you want? Do you want to break away from Ghana?
This is a very interesting question. The PLC, our stand is that the UN has done a lot of work. We have a lot of videos and written notes from the UN that we took from the UN. And when you look at it, if you read through, you see they did a lot of work. And they argue it in so many ways. Finally, they decided that they should ask the people themselves. And they asked if they want to be in union or they want to separate. The union won, which means we have to be in union with Ghana. And so the stand of PLC is that these are building blocks. These are blocks that the UN has put together. We just have to build on it. But the missing link that will give us comfort so that we can all relax is the missing link. The missing link is what the UN asked Britain to do. That is, Britain should give government to the people of British Togoland. There should be a memorandum of understanding or terms of reference in the union. And then the two of them go into union. You see, so that is the missing link. So if somebody is saying today that no, they want to take away that part of the land, they want to cut Ghana off and all this kind of thing. You see, I don't think it's very wise to start to talk about that, because the UN has done the job to a different level. And for us to break it down completely and say we are going to do something different, I don't think it's proper. But let's try and build on this that they have done. That is my take.
Thank you, Chairman. So in the nutshell, PSC is not trying to break away from Ghana.
No, we are not for that.
Okay, thank you so much. That is clear. Every now and then, PSC have been very clear on their stand that they are unionists, they are not separatists, or they are not secessionists. They do not have anything to do with secession. They are not ready and prepared to break away from Ghana. PSC have made it time and again clear to the whole world that Ghana and Western Togoland are intertwined, and there is no way they can separate one another. And the chairman have just hit the nail on the head one more time. And for those out there who are listening and watching us, please get the note. Bear in mind that PSC do not want to break away from Ghana, but they want to respect the resolution 1044 SI of the United Nations. That was the resolution of 1956. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing my 30 to an end. But before I go, I want the chairman to tell me his last word before we draw the curtain to an end. Chairman, your last word.
Yes, I want to just say something very short. I had a lot of people say that all the groups must come together. If all the groups don't come together, they will not be able to move forward and all this type of thing. But I want to say and make something very clear to them that groups coming together is not the solution to this problem. Because what has just happened the other day, on the 25th or so, when there was roadblocks, and they even shed innocent blood. If all of us come together, and then some group is doing this kind of thing, and some other group is doing something else, it is a difficult situation. When Ghana was striving to get independence, there were so many groups in Ghana. UGCC was there, CPP was there. But this one is not even a party or groups, it's matter. What we are all trying to say is that the blocks have been set already. Let us do the right thing. it is not a matter of bringing all the groups together before you can think? Do you need to bring all the groups together before you can think and move forward? If you have seen that your brother is doing something and it's reasonable, it's understandable, it's durable, you can draw nearer to him to get inspiration from him. Why do you have to say that all the groups who have different ideologies, different way of doing things, they should all come together before you can move forward? I think this is sort of thinking of something that is not very cannot be easily done. And so let us not be talking all the time that all the groups must come together, all the learned people must come together, all the chiefs must come together, all the lawyers must come together. I don't think it's very important. The important thing is that the Ghana government has to realize that where we are now, we need a public forum where people can express their views publicly, give us the people the opportunity to be able to elect who will represent them, to talk with the Ghana government so that this wound will heal. That's all.
All right, thank you, Chairman. I think you are very loud and clear on that also. Yes, the government have to realize that the people of Western Togoland, if they are truly part of Ghana, that they have raised a legitimate issue, the government of Ghana need to sit with them to address their issue. They need to, the government of Ghana, if the government of Ghana wants their vote, then they must also attend to their need. Attending to their need means addressing their concern and coming out forward with a lasting solution. Arresting these people who just go about talking about Western Togoland is not going to solve the problem. It is an aggression on the people. If somebody go ahead talking about Western Togoland and get arrested, it is aggression, it is oppression, and those are injustice. And I can tell you without missing a word that when injustice become a law, resistance become a duty. When injustice become a law, resistance become a duty. So the citizen of Ghana, the citizen of Western Togoland have the duty to resist any injustice coming from government. The government of Ghana should stop using concentrated force on its own people. I think the message is clear. Western Togoland did not want to break away from Ghana. They have just raised a legitimate issue, and the government of Ghana should be a man enough to stand up to this challenge and address this issue once and for all. Let's find a lasting solution to this problem. Arresting the Western Togolanders is not the solution to the problem. Crushing them will not be a solution. Arresting them, putting them to jail, charging them with a decree and other stuff will not solve the issue. Crush them today, tomorrow their children will grow up and carry on the fight again. Crush them today, tomorrow their grandchildren will come up again. When Dr. Amato was crushed in 1953, people like the chairman and the rest, they are up today. I'm not part of it. I'm not up. But there are other people who are up and they are also fighting it. So you can cross some people today and tomorrow other people will come up, they will germinate. So let's find a lasting solution to it. On that note, we are bringing the curtain to an end, hoping that the Ghana government will listen to advice and do the right thing and stop listening to some people who just want a mere recognition from the government, call themselves security experts, security analysts, or whoever they call themselves to be. They should stop throwing dust into the people's eye, throwing violence into the people. People of Western Togoland are not violent people. They are very peaceful and they believe in non-violence. Ladies and gentlemen, I've come your way this afternoon. We will see me again next week afternoon. And in Ghana, it will be evening. So see you one more time. Goodbye.
Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.